This is the first part of the green level. This is a little bit of a step up from the previous colors. You're going to love it, and it's all coming up.
There's a wind and it's blowing. There's a current that's running deep. I can't see but I know it. That something's not what it's meant to be. Hearing brother against brother now. Anger grows on.
Hey everyone, I'm Eldon, founder and creator of Dance Systems. I created the Dance Systems method to allow everyone to learn partner dance, modern partner dance, easily, effectively, and have great results. I have been so lucky to have taught many different people from around the world. Watch them improve, watch them achieve their dance goals using the method. So let's get into the content. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the side open. This is also a great movement, a really nice way for the lead to really show off the partner or the follow. The structure is going to be, we're going to talk about all what the lead needs to know. We're going to talk about what all the follower needs to know, also how to lead the step. And there's going to be a follow along section. Please watch to the end where I really get into the bonus tip that again is such a key part to not only making the step look great but also feel great, which as you know is a really important part of partner dance.
I would do anything. I need to talk to you somehow. I need you now.
So followers, let's get into the detail of your steps. I'm going to show you from this angle to start off with. So as always, we start from the starting position, which is going to be our weight equally distributed across both legs. We then get into our ready position. So for the ready position, we're shifting our weight into our left hip and the right knee pops forward ever so slightly. From here, we're stepping back on one, just a small natural step back on one. Then on the and, we're bringing it into the waiting position. We're stepping back out on two, which is a tiny replacement step, two. From there on and creating a new parallel line to the original line. I'm stepping on three on the new line. As you know, this is the exit two. Or the follower's exit that's been covered in previous videos. Moving on from there, on my fourth step, I'm turning 90 degrees through. So 90 degrees from where I was, and this would be my fourth position, just an absolutely natural open. Please note this is not big, just natural. So that is on the fourth count. On the and, I'm shifting weight into the left hip, keeping my legs straight. Now for five, I'm rotating another 90 degrees into my center and then transferring weight into my right hip. That's five. Just transferring my weight back to my left hip on six, bringing it into the waiting position on seven. And from here, I'm stepping with an arc step slightly across my line and bringing it into close. So I'll show you from this angle. So here we go again. So one and two, new line. Stepping forward on three, opening on four, shifting into the left hip on the four and, through the center and opening on five, stepping back six, bringing it into your waiting position on seven, arc step on eight and closing. Let's have a look at it from this angle. So here we go again. So one and two, stepping forward three, opening four into the hip on the four and, through the center, five, six, bringing it into the waiting position on seven, arc step eight and close. So for the quick reference, let's have a look. Here we go, stepping back one and waiting position, stepping out on the new line 2, holding the new line on 3, stepping across for my open 4, 4 and in the hip, opening 5, bringing it back 6, waiting position 7, arc step on 8 and closing.
They can feel the crushing weight of I don't know, I know I'm here and I can't change the past. And I want so bad to heal, but I keep coming back. I need you.
I hope you're enjoying the content and learning loads. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content with like-minded people so that they can also benefit. Okay, leads, you're up next. A little bit of work to do here, so let's get to it. For the leads, we are going to be stepping forward on 1, always with the left. So let's actually just take it from the top. As always, we're starting from our starting position, which is our weight is evenly distributed across our legs. Okay, now we're getting to our ready position, which please remember we want to initiate on 8 or the 8th count. That way we don't rush our partner when we start the dance. So 5, 6, 7, ready position. We're shifting our weight into our right hip. And as you know, the left knee just pops forward. You don't have to do anything. It's an absolute body dynamic. So from here on, we're stepping forward on 1. Just an absolutely natural small step forward on 1. And a little bit to the left, I would say, because we don't want to step on our partner's toes. Okay, so here is 1. But as you can see, it's hardly moving. Stepping on 1, bringing it in on the and. This is when we make a connection with our partner's knee. Stepping back on 2. Stepping back again on 3. On 4, we are literally bringing our foot into our waiting position, and it's a tap on 4. And you'll notice later on, this is where we make our knee connection. Now, all I'm going to be doing is from this 4th position is I'm opening to my natural open and going into my hip on 5. Bringing it back. 6. Back again on 7, back to the waiting position, and all I'm doing is on 8, I'm stepping forward and closing. So let's have a look at it from this angle. Stepping forward on 1, on the and, I'm coming to my waiting position, making my knee contact. Stepping back on 2, stepping back again on 3, on 4, coming to my waiting position, making the knee contact with my partner. On 5, I'm literally opening. Please notice this isn't a giant open. This is just a natural open on 5 into my right hip. 6 into my left hip. Back to my waiting position on 7. And all I'm doing here is I'm stepping really small step forward with my left foot and closing. So here we go. 1 and 2. Stepping back, 3. Waiting position, 4. Opening, 5, 6, 7, stepping forward, 8, and closing. So for the quick reference, here we go. Stepping forward, 1 and 2. Stepping back, 3. Marking, 4. Opening, 5, 6, 7, 8, and close.
They can feel the crushing weight of I don't know, I know I'm here and I can't change the past. And I want so bad to heal, but I keep coming.
So leads, now that we've got the footwork and some of the other stuff out the way, how do you actually lead this step? Right, so let's run through it again. So from our frame, as always, a nice good frame, we go into our ready position. So by shifting our weight and keeping our frame, immediately we're going to put our partner into the ready position. Notice, tip number 1, we must make the knee connection at the start of that ready position. Once you've got that knee connection, you know that you've got everything locked in, everything is where it needs to be, and you can start to initiate the step with confidence, right? So here we go again, pushing forward slightly with our frame, never with the arms, just moving with your frame. Stepping forward 1 and slightly shifting forward 2. You can see there's no leaning backwards and forwards and funny pitching movements. I'm literally keeping my body in its natural position and stepping forward. That's all I'm doing. So let's try that again. Stepping forward 1. On that waiting position, 2. You can see all my weight is on my left leg, and this is just a marker. Marker means there's no transfer of weight. I'm just marking that position. So that's on the and then all I'm doing is I'm stepping back on 2 and locking my frame. This brings your partner back without using any arms, which also makes it really gentle for your partner, but very clear. Again, I'm stepping back on 3. And on 4, I'm going to mark again with this waiting position. And what's really key about it, and this is probably the key movement of leading this correctly, is you need to make a knee connection on 4 with your partner's knee. And when you see it, when I explain it in partner in a second, it'll all make sense. But for us as leads, we must remember we need to make that knee connection on 4. From here, we're literally stepping out. As I step out, I'm going to bring my elbow to my side. This elbow to the side is really what makes our partner open. So from here, we're stepping at the same time, arm, elbow, and leg at the same time, stepping there. That creates the open that you want for your partner. Great. So that'll be on 5. Now, just lock everything in your frame. Always gentle, but it's firm. 5, bringing it back 6. So all I'm doing is I'm transferring my weight from my left side to my right side, bringing it back to the 7th position and then bringing your knee into the waiting position. Now from here, please just gently encourage your partner to come around your front. And to do that, it's literally fingertips. No, never any forcing or pushing. It's literally your fingertips and your body intention. And all I'm doing is, as I'm pushing my fingertips, I'm stepping forward, slightly forward like that. So it looks like there, and I'm closing. And that is the end of the step. Okay, so for the quick reference, let's have a look at it from this angle. So here we go again. So from our ready position, and we've made our first knee connection. Here we go, stepping forward on 1, slightly to your left, you don't want to step on your partner. Bringing it in for the and, which is the right knee connection. Stepping back on 2, again, stepping back on 3, and stepping back on 4. Elbow and knee at the same time, stepping across, 5, bringing it 6, waiting position 7, encouraging your partner and your fingertips at the same time, stepping forward and closing. So let's get into the actual details of the step in partner. So let's run through it. So here we go, from our starting position, which as you know is our weight 50-50, evenly distributed for both the lead and the follow. Now we make our partner hold. Please do look back at the channel where you will see where we talk about the different types of partner holds and how to get into partner hold properly. Okay, so here we go. So this is our starting position. Now we're going to our ready position, which as I always say is on 8. So and 8, shifting weight, and that's our first knee connection. So here we go, stepping forward and stepping 1. And there's the and, our first knee connection on the and. Stepping back on 2, stepping back on 3, knee connection. On 4, I'm bringing my elbow into my side to make my partner come on my side. And also what I wanted to say is, if you have a look here, it's my knee is lined up with Kami's knee, and that's exactly where I want her for the step. On the and, all I'm doing is I'm encouraging her with my right hand just to move slightly. So that's the and position. And from here, I'm stepping and opening my elbow and taking her into that open position. Stepping back to close, I'm gently bringing it in here and encouraging her to come round to close. Okay, so let's have a look at it from this angle. So stepping 1, 3, 4, 4 and, pushing across, 5, 6, 7, close. So for the quick reference, stepping forward, 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8,
Spaces.
and close.
Trying to find the words to say this. I am tired of stages telling me that I'll be better when I'm not. I'm here, I know we used to have it all. No, I'm not, I'm here. Wish I could have broke this fall. I need you now. I don't care how. I would do anything. I need to talk to you somehow. I need you now. Empty faces. People don't know what to say to me. They're honest answers, but they can't feel the crushing weight of I don't know. I know I'm here and I can't change the past. And I want so bad to heal, but I keep coming back. I need you now. I don't care how. I would do anything. I need to talk to you somehow. I need you now. What if I could have saved you? If only I had been a little stronger. What if's in the way of what I wanna say? What if I could have stayed with you? If only time.
You made it. It's the bonus section. Right, we're going to start off with some bonus tips for the follow, and then we're going to move on for the lead. Okay, so for the follow, the bonus tip that I would really like to share with you today is when dancing, it's always best to move through your center. And this step is a perfect example of that. So what do I mean by that? Let me just run through the step with you again and show you. Let's start with our first step, 1 and 2. Notice on the and, we're coming into our center. So having the center position all this time just creates flow and balance in your movement, and it's precise. So this would be my first centering position. Stepping out 2, 3, going across 4, and. Now please have a look. In order to be a light follow on this movement, what you do is when you open, please don't open straight without coming to your center. So have a look. That was the 4 and position. So this is just going straight to it. It's going to look and feel clunky and heavy to the lead. Go through your center. So here we go again. What do I mean by that? 1, center. 2, 3, here I'm making my open, here's my and. I'm bringing it into my center, and from here I'm pushing out across. And again, it's so much easier and better to measure your step that way, and to become one of the ways to become a light follow. So leads, let's get into your bonus tips. I've got 2 awesome tips for you today. Okay, so the first tip would be is, as always, look for your knee connections. Knee connections count almost as a waypoint, points on a map that when you follow and check in with your connections, you can deliver the lead and also your dance movement in a very consistent, concise way. So always feel for your connections. That's the first tip. Second tip that I wanted to give you is really the secret tip to this movement in terms of how to open your partner in a really light way and keep her balanced. So let's have a look at it. Okay, so we're stepping out 1, making our and, bringing back 2, stepping 3 and on 4. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, please bring your elbow into your side. That creates the open. But in order to lead the and, I'm taking my fingers ever so gently and I'm just pulling back across. That makes Kami do the shift. Without it, she won't shift, and when you look to open, you guys are going to fight to actually open, and this becomes incredibly cumbersome. Okay. So just taking that extra millisecond to shift your partner slightly into your partner's left leg. So the weight is on the left side of your partner. Now your partner can easily center and move across to the open position. And I just did that with fingertips. So when practicing the step and you find to be heavy or you find that transition to be difficult, as when people learn the step sometimes find that part to be difficult, it's because you haven't transferred your partner into the and position before you open. I hope you've been learning a lot, enjoying. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, and leave any comments below. I'd love to hear what you think, and I'll get straight back to you.
Trying to find the words to say this. I am tired of stages telling me that I'll be better when I'm not. I'm here, I know we used to have it all. No, I'm not, I'm here. Wish I could have broke this fall. I need you now. Don't care